Welcome back to Easy to Spell, where the name is easy to spell. We did it wrong anyway. I'm your Dungeon Master, Andrew, and joining me, a cast of people that all thinks their sandwiches should be cut on the horizontal. Beginning with...
Did somebody else join us today? Because I don't... My name is Mike, and I play Alder, and triangle definitely gives you more sandwich.
I like squares. I'm Rachel, and I'm playing Wizard today.
I'm Will. I'm playing O'Relden, and none of that is mathematically sound.
My name's David. Don't you just eat it all individually?
One bite.
I like to make the sandwich in my mouth.
No,
jelly,
you take the
spoonful of
bread,
peanut
you
butter.
take a bite of, yeah, you take a bite of the bread, then a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of jelly.
That's how he
another
likes
piece
his
of bread.
ramen noodles too. He
That's
just
what I'm talking about. Have you guys
makes
not
the
seen
bread
the
and
episode
pours
of
boiling
Always Sunny
water
in
in his mouth?
Philadelphia where it's Frank with all the sandwich ingredients in front of him? They're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Eating a sandwich." And he just crams salami in his mouth. Like, what? And he goes, "I like to make it in my mouth."
I prefer
That's
the
what you
term
just described
deconstructed.
today, David. Well, welcome back to Easy to Spell. We're here with these hard-hitting, close-to-home topics, and a little bit of D&D after that, which we can jump right to. We come back to the party who's standing atop of a massive red rock mesa, having just defeated the tormented and transformed Svetla, the Will of the Valkyrie. Having defeated her, stopped the sigil, weakening the monster of Tarankal, and had a little bit of age hijinks. One character going up and down, not age hijinks. That's can be taken out of context too easily. Yeah. Is now atop this red stone mesa that you look down and get your first real glimpse of the Tarask that wanders this wasteland. Still a long ways away, its size making it visible even from this height as you're able to peek down through the clouds. You've discussed a few ideas as to what you're doing next and how best to stop Vaden and his crew from activating these sigils or just getting the Shard of Devouring from where it rests. It is here I'm going to turn control back over to the party.
When we look down, is the Tarask like a close enough distance that we would be in danger on the ground level, or is he still miles off?
Yeah, he's still miles off. The only reason there's a break in the clouds below you, and just off in the distance, you're able to catch a glimpse of this massive lumbering form.
I'd like to bury her if we have time.
Of course, yeah, we can keep an eye out. Just be ready to go when time comes.
Can we at least take her stuff?
I guess, sure.
I'm gonna start searching her pockets.
Okay. She doesn't have much on her. A small pouch that has dried rations, some jerky,
Ooh, yeah.
a coin pouch with 15 platinum pieces, in assorted gold and platinum and other coins. The only other notable items on her person are the crystals which are embedded in her skin, and her wrist wraps are clearly magical.
Can I pull out my dagger and try and pry off a chin?
Yeah, give me either a medicine check or just a strength check, depending on how.
I'm gonna do medicine.
Okay.
Imagine why.
That's a 4.
4, and you said you were doing medicine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get the knife in there, and you're able to remove the crystal just by cutting a nice solid square of flesh out from around it.
You need all that? I thought you were taking stuff off of her body, not taking her body.
Well, like, it just came with it. You got a better idea to get these?
Yeah, and I'll just take the hunk of flesh that she's got and, like, see if I can't, like, pimple out the gem. Just pop it out.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Oh, God damn it. A natural 1 for a 13.
As you grab onto the chunk of meat hanging off of this and just begin to squeeze, and you realize the crystal is partially welded to the flesh as though it's been melted and cauterized in place. But you squeeze, and just a little bit of soylent green pushes between your fingers, but the crystal remains otherwise.
Maybe.
Yeah, see?
We don't need these. We don't need these. And I'll hand the chunk back to Czar.
Would your friend want to at least know? Keep it as proof. I'll drop it in.
Alder, from a third person's perspective, you're just looking, and it is like a 3-inch deep, just gaping wound that has been carved out of this. Orelton's hands are now covered in blood, as are Wizards.
I
as
mean,
they're passing back what is kind of like it looks kind of like a tomahawk steak, but instead of a bone, it's crystal.
I don't know your friend at all, of course, but I know I wouldn't want to receive the flesh of my loved one as a understanding that they're gone. Maybe just like a jacket or something.
No, I'll clean it off. And I try and like lick it and start to eat the flesh off.
What?
Listen. Maybe don't.
Alder's gonna walk over and just like take the wraps off the hands.
Easily enough, they come unwound. You realize you can see an intricate glyph work written, inscribed along the inside of these cloth bindings. An interesting perk of a monk of her level is her monk steaks are incredibly pure. This is like tartar grade meat. So,
So gross.
Still gross. All right, are you all staying up here, or
I'll
you
come help.
down with me?
I'll come help you.
I will. She's already on the ship, so I will just take the ship down
I'm gonna go as well, just so you know.
just to the base of whatever very large mesa we're on and start digging me a hole.
okay. And that's Kai and Orelton went down. Wizard and Alder stayed up top.
I was
you
gonna
all
go
go on
down.
the ship?
Alder was gonna go down with him as well.
I mean, if everybody else is going, then Zar's not staying alone.
Okay. You all descend. It takes a while, just given the height, and still moving kind of slowly, so you're not attracting much of attention. But you finally kind of alight on this rough stone ground surrounding the mesas.
And I'll
Um,
keep helping Orelton dig and just say, Did you know her well?
no, not really. We met her once, back when she was, well, I guess, herself, and haven't seen her since. So no, not really. And he will slap down a large, what I imagine to be like sandstone rock over the top of the hole, and just kind of affix it in place as like a makeshift headstone.
But
And then
oh, good.
Nope. Go ahead.
Right. I was just gonna say, we do have a friend that knows her very well.
Well, then it's definitely important to let her know.
Yep.
Is this the same friend that you talked to before?
It is.
We
It's
have
gonna
mentioned
be-
their names before, right?
No.
I don't
No?
think so.
And I'll set her in the hole.
Okay.
And when it's all covered up, I'll just try to druid craft some flowers just to make it look nice.
Yeah, red cactus rose or desert rose kind of grows up around that headstone, encompassing it, settling it into place as the dirt beneath it shifts. It is getting late into the evening, so whether you are going to continue moving into the night or make camp, just let me know.
I think before we leave, Orelton will stand at the foot. I used to be a lot better at this. Svetla, I know I didn't really know you all that well at all, but I'm sorry that this is the way that you had to go. And we'll make sure Vala knows. And then he'll get back on the ship.
Kai's gonna stand there for a second, reach into his bag and pull out a small shot glass. I know I don't unfortunately have any more of your brew left, but I do have a little bit of this. And just some stuff that I had, and I'm gonna pour a shot, take half of it, leave the other half on the headstone.
And then, if Kai is done, as soon as they take their way, I'll look at the headstone and I'm sorry for what has happened to you, friend. Especially in your later life. Let your memory live on through all those that loved you. And I'll get on the ship.
Seeing everybody else do something, a wizard is gonna reach into their bag and pull out a handful of glittery dust and just go and drop it on top of the headstone, and the headstone suddenly disappears. It's just camouflaged.
Okay. Just so if you kind of look at it from kind of admiring your own work, you can kind of make out a shimmery haze where you know it is. But if you didn't know it was there,
And
You
it's
wouldn't be able to see it.
temporary, it doesn't last long.
yeah.
And I'll climb up on the ship too.
Okay.
So, remind me of our plan. We're gonna go repeat this process at the next beam, yeah?
Or we face Vaden, whatever comes up next.
Or are we
Vaden
gonna wait
shouldn't-
to turn it off until after the other one turned on?
What other one turned on? This one turned on?
No, the second one. Because it was gonna be like that turned on and the other one turned off, and it could only be one turned on at a time.
Yeah, we did talk about that. I think we got caught up in the moment. So that's not an option now. But I think we do know that it's not going to be just an easy walk up. And that they're probably going to leave somebody behind.
I mean, we're gonna have to assume that they know we're here. I mean, we can They won't fully know, but they're going to definitely be on guard coming back, I feel like. Especially
Right.
if all of these bodies weren't there doing.
And they had those invisible fucks following us, so they know we're here.
Yeah.
Well, if we follow them to the second one, turn it off after they turn it on, and then wait for them there.
There's a chance
I
that
mean-
they tried to ambush us now. And they
That's-
set the trap of lighting the second one and wait for us.
I mean, we have the ship. We can get around it, but yeah.
So what's y'all's thoughts then? Go to the second one, or pick a different one and turn that one on instead?
I mean, turning a different one on mixes up what it looks like we're doing. But we still
We
run the
could
risk
turn-
of them getting to another one and having 3 on at that point.
We could turn another one on, and then wait for them to turn it on, and then turn it off.
Right, but
Sure.
that doesn't change them waiting for us to ambush us at the other one.
But if we go to
Can I
one that we
take
don't
1
think
point of
that they're at,
necrotic damage?
Okay, that didn't feel great.
Are you okay?
I mean, it wasn't. I'm not sure I understand what's going on.
Take 1 more point of necrotic damage as you feel a burning sensation from the skin on your chest.
Yeah, I was gonna say I checked.
The skin is beginning to bubble and lift.
Well, that kind of throws a wrench in things.
What?
I think List has only been able to hold me for so long.
Take 1 more point of necrotic damage.
Oh, this isn't good. If this keeps happening, I'm not gonna make it.
How do we stop that?
It's a great question. Oh, mighty powerful List.
As you're looking at it, the smeared ink kind of shifts and the pain dissipates.
We good now?
Maybe for now, but I think that's a bit of a warning, at the very least, either from List or from the other.
All right, so maybe our timeline speeds up. And we go on the offense.
I guess we either
Just oh, never mind.
Let's just head to the glyph that we know they're going towards. If they turn it on and they're not there when we get there, go with the original plan. If they are there, let's fuck shit up.
So just to be clear, which one are they going for? Or do we just assume?
we have to assume that they're going for the one closest, which would be to the west.
All right. Well, let's get up high enough so that monster doesn't see us. Or can't reach us, at least.
For now.
For now. And then maybe we weave through the plateaus, the mesas. So let's not go above the mesas, above Drask, lower than Mesa top, weave through.
Sounds good.
Okay. Are you proceeding into the night, or are you going to just try to rest on the ship while it's on a course?
We're going to, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, we're planning on finding a spot, not all the way at the top, but somewhere in the middle area, just above where the giraffes could be able to get to us.
Are we traveling or are we holding still? Are we sleeping while we're moving, or
I would
out?
say we move. The ship's not that big. I don't know how well it would do, like sleep wise. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you guys, I guess.
I'll take the first watch and let's move and travel at the same time.
That's good.
Right.
As
Okay.
Wizard is trying to hide the fact that they are still eating the flesh off of this gem.
You're getting down to the point where it's just a little meat popsicle-y still, but you're starting to pick it off of the gem itself in most places. Okay. Orelton, you're taking the first watch?
I am.
Okay.
Just before we head to bed, I'm gonna go through my bag and I'm gonna did I have it or did Orelton have it?
What is it?
The communication voicemail-esque thing we have with
You had it.
Paula.
You had it.
You had
I
it.
don't have it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna pull it out. And he's gonna sit there for a few minutes and just kind of look at it. And not really say anything for a little while. And while he's just kind of going over in his head what exactly he's gonna say.
Okay.
And then if anybody else has something to do, I need to put down a script or something. If somebody wants to monologue for a minute, something.
I think we're going to sleep, so I'm
I
gonna go
guess
pass
we're
out.
going to sleep.
Shit. All right,
It
fine.
is Kai.
Maybe you think about it overnight.
Well,
I do think about it overnight.
you're thinking about this, Orelton, you taking the first watch. I saw your perception check. And there's a reason
that was
you.
That was
that
to see
was
if
that
I
for the meatsicle?
the meat popsicle. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check for your watch as well.
17 for that one.
Significantly better. You are able to help kind of successfully navigate the ship on its regular course. But there's a moment that you feel a presence kind of descend behind you on the deck of the ship. And a wisp of a woman, much closer to when you first saw her, when she made herself known to you in the forest of Aratas. The pale face of a young woman looks at you. It took nearly the last of my power to protect your friend from what was trying to break through.
Seemed like it almost got there.
It is bonded to something you are approaching, and it grows stronger the closer he gets to it. I have one last thing I can do for the two of you. Know that I care for everything you've done and the followers that the word you have shared amongst them has strengthened me to this point. And as the goddess of lost things, I find it fitting if I am lost myself.
Whoa. If you go, he goes, and if you go, I'm just an ugly black dragonborn.
You remain my champion. And she into black smoke, which kind of recedes, pulls back on itself before just crashing into you, Orelton. It infuses your pores. You feel it strengthen your bones and infuse you. You haven't had to make use of it yet, so this is a nice little way to drop it in. Rage beyond death. With this infusion of List's power, you gain, this is the manifestation of your now very high level barbarian abilities. The goddess that you are sworn to as a path of the zealot, in almost her entirety, resides within you. Her domain does not extend beyond your body, with the exception of one single wisp that you see work its way into the wood. And Kai, as you're sitting here, working on what to say, how to break this news, you feel less of a crashing wave, more of this soft, kind of silken touch across your neck, bringing its way down to your chest. You feel a cool relief as that inky swirl where the ink was smeared coalesces into an eye bound in chains. The icon of the lidless eye, but bound shut. As a portion of this last bit of Liss essence infuses itself to protect you against the son of Haran for as long as she can.
Elton?
He's upstairs on top of the deck.
You go step up there with him. Did something happen? And I'm gonna show him the mark.
Yeah, I think we're running real tight on time for both of us now, I think. That's the last she had, man. So once we're done with this, and I gesture off the bow of the ship towards the Trask lumbering in the distance, bit we've got going on, I think we really got to get to that protolyzing.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. That bit. I guess there's nothing really else to say about it.
Nope, down to the wire on it.
Okay.
Time to shit or get off the pot.
Pretty much. Well, for now, let's focus on what we're doing here, and then we'll talk about the next step.
Okay.
Well, plan
Get
the
some
next
sleep.
step anyway. We already know where we're going. Yeah, you as well. Hey, is there something you want to say? I'm gonna message Vala when I can get the words together. There's something that you want to add in there?
We gotta make sure she knows about Svetla, but I think more importantly that she was with Vaden. It's still not quite clicking in my head, but it's bugging me that Svetla is working with Vaden, right?
The Night's Eye. Yeah.
Is working with the Nalbarendian government?
I mean, there's so many different directions this could be. We have to assume that she was working with Vaden. I mean, she that could have been there just entirely out of coincidence. I find that hard to believe, but without any facts, we're not sure. But I'll tell her that we have suspicion that she's working with the Night's Eye.
Wrong suspicion. I can't even think of another option that Svetla, Frankenstein hewn together Valkyrie is just hanging out in the middle of Terran Kel.
Yeah.
That's
and she wasn't really working with her. She just but anyway.
She was here.
All right.
That's all I can say. So maybe more questions than things to tell her.
Yeah. Well, I'll at least give her what we have. I
Great
just
information.
want to try to deliver it in a way that's not quite so blunt. Hey, just so you know, we killed Svetla. She was taken over. Yeah. Anyway.
Had parts of a dragon sewn into her. Yeah, it's hard news to deliver. I get that.
Yeah. So.
But if you're looking at me for tact, you're looking in the wrong direction.
Yeah. I wasn't quite going there. I was just wondering if you had anything you wanted to make sure we had in there that I wasn't already thinking about. Right.
Make sure she knows that the Night's Eye is attached to whatever the fuck her sister's doing.
Okay. I will. Well, I'm going to go maybe write some more down in this journal and then go from there. Maybe
I'll
it'll
sit
be
here with
tomorrow
my,
afternoon.
Okay. I'll be here with my existential dread.
Yeah. Welcome to the club. And I'm going to go back down to my spot and write in his journal not just what he's planning on saying to Vala, but, kind of what's happened these past couple days, because he is trying to keep at least a record of what he's been doing.
Just writing it out.
Yep.
Okay. Orelton, with the 17.
We haven't even gotten to what happened on the watch yet? Okay, cool.
Let's see. The only thing really of note is you looking down and thinking of everything that's been happening. On the sands and stone beneath you, you start to notice flickering lights, almost like fireflies. But more and more until you realize that the ground is actually covered in what appears to be glowing beetles that just come out of the ground, and as it begins to cool, just cover the expanse behind you. So the entire ground just begins to dimly glow in this soft golden light. And it just kind of moves in waves as all of these bugs kind of wash into each other, and you'll see, a stone fall, causing some of them to move, and it just, for miles, these ripples of movement and motion expand. Almost like glowing ocean waves beneath your feet.
I will wake up Alder just for a second.
Yeah.
Hey,
Is it my turn?
Nope. I just figured you'd want to see this real quick. See all
Okay.
those? Drag them up to the deck. You see all those?
Yeah.
Bugs, apparently. All bugs.
Can I see if I might know what these types of bugs are?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Wow. Natural 19 for 25.
Natural 19 for 25. The first thing you notice is you guys are a ways up. These are actually pretty big for how populous they are. There are some deserts on the main continent where druids have actually formed circles. There's small druidic circles worshiping sun scarabs. As far as you know, they don't really have any effects other than they're nocturnal. They are generally pretty rare, and they just emit this soft light. They're pretty, but
Okay.
not particularly dangerous.
Kind of surprised to see that many of them.
Yeah.
They're pretty uncommon.
I'd say I don't think I've ever seen one before. Let alone this many.
Yeah, I always found it funny that they were called sun scarabs, but they came out at night, you know.
Star scarabs seem
Yeah.
more appropriate, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to wake you up. I just thought that was cool.
No, I appreciate it. It's nice to enjoy something peaceful every now and then.
It's a great
I'll go
point.
back to. I'll head back to sleep.
And I'm going to enjoy the peaceful scarabs.
Okay. Guy, how you coming along? Tell you what, I'm going to just give you a hint. Don't think too hard about it. You're
You're
muted.
muted.
Yep. No, I won't. I'm just gonna get like a baseline down and then kind of ad lib it. So
Okay.
I will wake up Czar for the next watch.
What?
Your turn.
Mm.
But hey, at
Do you have
least
any
you get
snacks?
to watch. I mean, just like rations, and I'll pull out trail rations for them.
I'll snatch them, even though that I have tons of rations and jerky and food of my own. I'm gonna go up to the top.
Okay.
Hey, Czar,
Yeah?
why do you hate goblins so much?
Because goblins are mean.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Care to expand on that any?
Well, it might surprise you, but I haven't always been a wizard.
No.
Once, I was a goblin.
No.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Yeah.
And then I just decided I didn't want to be a goblin anymore, and so I became a wizard. And I did that because the other goblins are mean to me, and they kicked me out because I made a stupid mistake. So,
Well, what was it?
well, I let half of my clan get killed.
Ah, that's sure. Yeah, that's
Just a little mistake. It was stupid.
a goof, if you will.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know if I pulled the rock it would drop a boulder on everybody?
And what were they doing under the boulder in the first place?
Well, it was supposed to be a trap for somebody else. But I didn't know, so... Not my fault, they didn't tell me. And then they were mean, and so I decided to be a wizard.
Glad that that's worked out for you.
I'm much better as a wizard. No more messing up traps.
You could be both, you know.
Why would I want to be?
I'm not saying you would. I'm just saying it's an option.
Yeah, well... Goblins are mean and unforgiving, so no.
They're a little weird. But I've met a couple that are kind of cute. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Alright.
Don't crash a ship into the ground.
Crash the ship in the ground. Got it.
God damn it. We'll probably be fine.
Activating safety protocols.
All right. Do I need to perception for my
Yeah,
watch?
give me a perception check.
All right. That is 15.
15. Nothing new occurs beyond you watching these kind of waves of recently renamed scarabs. Much better name. And I know it seems maybe a little underwhelming given the events of the last watch, but your watch goes by without event.
How far away are the little scarabs?
Flying pretty high.
How high up are you guys?
How
600
high can a
feet?
Tarrasque jump?
I don't know. What is it? What's the rules on how high a Trask can jump?
Fuck.
This
Just
is good
about
to
that
know.
high.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah.
I need encounters.
I thought we would have been flying low so that nobody could see us, but
Like the
Those
last
are
thing we
just
said was
Middle
the
ground.
last thing we said was above a Tarrasque and below the mesas.
The mesas were tall, like you're getting into
Right.
cloud
Yeah.
cover. Okay, so high jump. You can jump a number, so you can jump 3 plus your strength modifier. So it can get 13 feet off the ground. So it can go about 75, 80 feet.
what?
Great. So we'll be sitting about 300, 400 feet.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, and that's a total. It can only get 13 feet off the ground. It just is also 50 something feet tall. Which really translates to a silly small hop. It jumps up. There it goes. 1.
Currently being attacked by the Tarrasque.
No. I'm moving it based on for each of your watches. I'm moving you 2 spaces, and then the Trask gets to move at certain points too.
All right. Well, my watch goes pretty chill. At some point, I'm going to try and like sneak any of the rope that I see that might be like hanging out of people's bags or things like that. Try and tie it together and see if I can reach it far enough down to like try and fish for these. But
Oh,
not
give me a
succeed,
give me a stealth check.
so. Okay. Obviously, not paying that great of attention to my watch, so. 30.
30 passive.
Love rope.
Okay.
32,
Yeah.
sorry.
Hey, how much rope do you
No,
guys have?
32.
I have
Great
50 feet.
question.
I think I have 50 feet. Let me double check.
Yeah, because you beat everybody's passive perceptions quite soundly.
I have 50 feet.
I'm stealthy.
Okay, so
I
you
have
got 50
10
feet.
feet of string. And... Oh, excuse me, 20 feet of string. But that's it.
Okay.
I don't have any rope.
Oh,
so
and
you get
50 feet, sorry.
70.
Okay, so you have 100 feet of rope and 20 feet of string, and however much rope you already had.
And we are 300 feet in the air.
And I got 50 feet, so 150, 60, 170 then?
We have 150 feet of rope and 20 feet of string. That is a very important part of this calculation. And if you're tying them all together, I need to know where you're putting the string. Because top, bottom, or middle, this is all very important.
All right, let's roll a d3 and find
D4.
D4 and find out. All right, it's on the bottom.
Okay. You have
That's lucky.
150 feet of rope, 20 feet of string, and a 130-foot drop. Are you climbing down the rope, or is this just
No,
you
I'm
saying
trying
you
to
could-
fish.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll tie something right to the end of the string
this
that
is-
is like bait-ish, and see if I can like fish for a beetle.
Give me a nature check.
Okay. 7.
7. Everything likes meat, right? So
Yeah.
you go into your bag and you find just like a cartoonishly sized, like one of those big chunks of like mutton with the bone off one end that's like kind of barrel shaped.
Slightly rotting.
Yeah, a little rotting, so it's good and stinky. And you tie it off with the string and run out your rope.
I'm gonna tie it around my waist. Not to the ship.
Oh my god, this is gonna make it so much worse. What I was just thinking, because I'm getting percentile dice.
Roll a new character.
I'm just gonna let you know
This would just
what
be
happens.
so iconic if
There are giant purple worms on the map that I have as random encounters.
Cool, okay.
If I roll that random encounter number, there's only a 5% chance.
5%'s a good chance from the person that lost their head on a 1% chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would be so iconic if Wizard dies right after explaining that they killed half of their
Dragged
clan.
off of the boat. I cannot believe how close that got. It's on an 85 to 90% chance, Great Purple Worm. I rolled an 83.
Giant purple worm barely misses.
Yeah, that's you
Misses it by that
hear
much.
like a you look down and just like Dune out of the sand beneath the ship, just this massive clawed mouth comes up towards that just stinky piece of meat. And you lower it down. This is gonna be the biggest catch you ever got, but it can't get nearly close enough. It shuts and falls back in the sand before digging back down.
Star scarabs flying everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just hearing that sound in Lethal Company with the big worm where it's like
Yeah.
Y'all sound like
yeah.
Yetis or Chewbacca.
That would have been the most just upsetting way I've ever killed a character. Is if he got dragged off of a ship, smashed into the ground, and
Perfect.
okay.
Yeah, well, at some point I'll give up on my fishing and put it all back in my bag so nobody has their rope or string. It's all in my bag.
Okay, noted.
Okay. Finish your watch. No other events. Who do you wake up for the next watch?
I'm gonna wake up Alder. I'm gonna like tap on him.
My turn.
Yeah. And if you can get one of those bugs somehow, I want it.
The glowing ones.
Yeah.
Got it.
Don't you think they'd make great hats?
For a giant, they're much bigger than yours are.
They look really small. I figured I could catch like 10 of them and make a little like crown.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
By the way.
Yeah?
Good job today. A lot of good ideas.
I am clearly the brains in the group. So thank you.
You are, and you prove it more and more every day.
All right. If you need good thoughts, come get me.
I'm gonna go down and then I'm gonna curl up next to Kai and try and fall into his dreams.
Okay.
I mean, just throughout the night, randomly, I'll just kind of like go down and peek in on Kai after everything that was happening before we went to bed, and just make sure he's not twitching again, and just kind of keep an eye out.
Seems peaceful. David, do you have what Kai was going to say to Vala worked out?
Yeah, for the most part. Might be a little choppy, but it'll work.
It's okay. Because I imagine you would do this before going to sleep.
He would actually probably sit there for a while on it,
Mhm.
and I probably wouldn't do it until first thing in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, we can wait then. Alder, I'll take your perception check.
That was almost really bad. 22.
2. Let's see. Yeah, nothing of note. The night continues on. You do make out the peak of this temple, just kind of poking up through this dead forest, old dried swamp. Still a ways out.
And nothing's lit up at all since I went to bed.
Actually, no, because they actually have been camped. They haven't been moving.
Just by distance judgment, how long do I think until we would be there?
After the the next person's shift, you'll be an hour out.
Okay, I will slow the ship down.
Okay. Slows down. Oh, Rachel, I had something for Wizard here. There we go. Because Wizard, as you kind of settle and rest and fall into Kai's dream. Kai, what are you dreaming about? As pleasant, as awful as you'd like.
I mean, as far as it goes, I mean, if he gets to choose a dream, there would be it would probably be a mix. It would be a
One sec,
dream
I lost all
of
audio. One sec.
pausing,
Please hold.
paused more, more pause.
I
And
can't
now
hear
we've lost
you.
audio with you.
Puppy dog paws.
Puppy dog pause,
Fair pause.
tiger pause.
Grandpaws.
Menopause.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, I think I heard a tap tap.
Yeah,
Did
say
I
it again.
hear a
Can
tap
you
tap?
hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes, it is delayed
There
for some
we go.
reason.
not for me.
Weird. I'll put it in front of my mouth so you can't.
You can't tell.
You're not worried about it.
You just
Yeah.
can't tell.
Go
That's
All right. So
easily edited to.
Everything
yeah,
about me is
so-
easily
oh, yeah.
edited.
Okay, it's
Oh,
lined
and
back
we're
up.
caught up.
We're good. Yeah.
Let chaos
All right.
reign.
Uh,
Watch Critical Role.
so anyway, Kai's dream. It'd probably be initially starting off in what he would. He's unsure of the design exactly, but his own bar, tavern rather, and homemade brews, a few guests in the lobby, a fight breaking out front, and then a back area filled with everyone: Elton, Vala, Raven, Alder, Czar, or maybe not. and then also a few others. A woman who is kind of a silhouette. Doesn't really have a face, but you just get a warm feeling from her. And then another gentleman who looks pretty similar to Kai. Less horns, tan skin. And then another person who looks identical minus the horns and colored skin. And they're all sitting around a table, and no real in-depth conversations, just laughing and fun. And then another figure, a little shorter, and just kind of fades in and out, leaving a lidless eye on occasion.
Okay. This is what you see, wizard. But it has kind of this weird, to you, an odd stuttery quality, like old film, where it's imperfect from your outside perspective. Kai, to you, it seems normal. Everything is exactly as described. But there's no walls. You see kind of a smoky black dome, a globe kind of encasing this space. Where Kai's going and talking with these people, working in what is clearly a bar that you can kind of make out. But around it is just empty space, a barren landscape. There's no stone. Underneath it, it's gray flatness with nothing. And looming over this dreamscape, pressing its hands against that smoky barrier, is a massive goat-headed figure, wreathed in blue flame and shadow, pressing against it, trying to get in but being kept out by whatever this force is that is encapsulating Kai's dream.
I'm gonna pull out a cigar, light it, and try and add more smoke to the protection.
It begins billowing from your mouth with each drag, way more than like should from each, and wreathing around it. In the head, the movements trying to pry apart these smoky bars, kind of slow. And it looks, and the blue eyes lock onto you.
I'm gonna point at it. Basically.
You lay claim to this one, do you?
Mine.
No. Since before he had thought he was mine.
And I stole him. So neener neener.
Neener indeed. I will not be swayed by one so small as you from my feast.
He doesn't even taste that good. Believe me, I've tried.
He is not to your taste, but he is to mine. Tell me this, cousin. One of the many children of my father. Would you stand in my way for this one? and he looks down on almost like somebody looking at a snow globe.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And we're not related. You have weird horns. And I am a powerful wizard.
You and I are descended from the same one. I see it in you.
From who?
The hunger. Like me, you are one they would label a monster. Would you protect this one?
Yeah.
Would you offer something in exchange?
Why would I do that? I can protect him without giving you anything. I'll just beat you up. That's what you do in dreams.
Indeed. This is my terrain as much as it is yours. Ask him next time. You got the jump on me last we met, but I am closer now. Stronger. Rest well. This may be his last good dream. And it just fades. The dream that David described Kai was having becomes much clearer to you. And you can actually sit at the table and interact with these figures.
I continue to smoke my cigar and try and add to the smoke that was around it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he can't see it or anything like that. Just
Yeah. You become visible as if you were joining the table. Just you have the big A-team Hannibal style cigar pooling around the ceiling of his establishment. Although the rest of your shift goes by without event until the sun begins creeping up over the horizon. You have a few more hours of sleep to get.
Before I go wake Kaya, just throughout the night at some point, I would have just kind of looked down at my hand, and noticed that the very tip of my finger, where I last cast in the lava pit, is just showing a little bit of black from where the blight had come out.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of ponder that and rub it, and just it's not coming off. And I'll just keep my watch and again check on Kaya every now and then I'll just go wake him up when it's his watch.
Okay.
Kaya,
Yeah.
it's almost sunrise. Do you got the last watch?
Yep. Sounds good to me.
I slowed the ship down. We're coming up close. I didn't want to get there too quick.
Right.
So no beam yet, but maybe soon with the sun coming up. Maybe they'll be there with us.
We shall see.
You doing okay?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I just I gotta deliver some news that I'm not real happy to send out. So
Just remember that while it may not be good news, it'll at least show her comfort of knowing.
I guess I better get to it. I've been stalling long enough.
Right. See you in a couple hours.
Yep. Enjoy your nap.
having been curled up next to Kaya and Alder comes down and wakes up, I'm gonna wake up too. And as soon as Kaya leaves, I'm gonna go over to Alder real quick and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, what's up?
do you know what goats' weaknesses are? Like, what are they not like, and what are they like?"
Well, they don't like being jump scared, like sneaking up on them. But
Oh.
they'll eat anything. So
Okay. Okay, good. Thanks.
why?
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay.
Just imagine Ithis going straight legged and falling over.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So Kaya's gonna go to the top deck, give a quick look about, see where we're at, see if he can see anything.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Let me do that. Perception, because I'm such a perceptive person. 12.
12. Nothing new. You're able to make out this decrepit jungle that has and swamp that just expand out before you. The stone building of a massive temple, kind of peeking through the tops of these dense trees, a little ways out. A couple hours away, if you were to go directly towards the temple.
And I don't see the moving mountain hill at all.
So, yeah, at this point, it is too far away.
Well, after making sure there's no immediate threat, he's going to grab his journal. And in just a second, after I sneeze, I'm going to...
Bless you, Captain.
Thank you. I'm going to grab my journal, pull out the sending stone. I'm
Okay.
not sure what we called it. Boy. All right. He's going to read it over. He's going to start the sending. Hey, Vala. We came across Svetla in our search for the shards. You know, I've wrote these next words about 100 different ways, and all of them don't seem to come out or are very easy to say. Svetla was taken control of. And at that, she was also pieced together with some, I guess, dragon-like creature. I'm not sure. She also had a few gems fused into her. And she wasn't really herself. She was forced to fight us. And near the end, the spell, I'm not going to say broke, but had a temporary lapse. And she asked us to finish what had been started. She's no longer among the living. I'm sorry, Vala. We suspect it was something similar to the dragon or the, I guess, Hydra we fought, which was created or at least connected to Nulberand. Unfortunately, we also very highly suspect that the Night's Eye is involved. We'll let you know if we find out any more. I'm sorry, Vala. And that's it.
Okay.
All right, you hold off for a couple minutes, waiting, waiting, and waiting, and then Vala comes back. Kai, I don't even know what to say, but I think there's a way we can meet and see each other and discuss this. I have a new companion that may be able to help.
Go silent for a minute. From an outside perspective, Kai, you're just standing there. But for you blink, and you are in what looks like a workshop. But it's strange, with metal floors and odd tools and a very weird, like, cart that's like lifted off the ground. And Vala standing just a few feet in front of you.
Where are we?
It doesn't matter right now. Can I go over and try and hug him?
Yeah, and you.
I
are
was
able
going
make
to say,
contact. Yeah,
Kai would have immediately ran over and give her a big old hug anyway.
yeah. For all intents and purposes, you two are in a room together.
Okay. I'm going to hug him. I am so sorry you had to make that choice.
I mean, I'm sorry that we had to even make that choice.
It's not your fault. It's Victoria's. She's just evil. And she's gonna be crying.
Hey now, come on. Is that what a future queen does?
I would hope that she can at least let her guard down around her friends.
That's true.
She's gonna
That's
kind
true.
of like step back and grab his hands and how's O'Relton?
He's doing all right. We've come across a new road bump, I guess. And I show her the no longer hand tattoo. It's a lidless eye with chains. That's pretty new.
Isn't that list?
It is.
Isn't that good?
Yes and no. This is the last thing she could do for me. Once this is gone, that's it. There's no more. And I know it's unfortunately kind of the same for Elton. If he, once List is gone, we have to assume so is he.
What about followers? Why? Isn't that how she gets her power?
It is, but we've had some luck here and there, but I think there's other things going on in the background that we don't know about.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to fix this.
Well, I guess while we're here, have you heard anything about the Night's Eye? Or have you run into any involvement with them?
Time out. Rachel wasn't expecting to have Vala in today.
We are, for the
yeah.
sake of aligning timelines, saying that this is while you are on a boat on your way back from your most recent endeavor.
Okay,
So,
okay. Because
yeah.
I don't think we didn't have.
Look,
any.
and if somebody wants to go back and do the math on how many days I've said each party has traveled, you.
Whatever.
I'm adding a few days, removing a few others. We're lining them up here.
Time is a weird soup.
Time is weird soup.
Time was a very weird soup.
I haven't heard much. I mean, it's been maybe a word here or there, but nothing concrete. No good details.
Okay. Well, it might be something you may want to look into. I feel like I could be wrong, but I mean, it's a pretty big coincidence. I think they're also connected to Nalbrand. Whether they've been hired or worse, being run by. So, I don't know.
I would not be surprised if Victoria is wrapped up in that.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Well, whatever you're doing right now, please try and stay safe.
We're trying. I'm going to update you on this. We have, and correct me if I'm wrong, we have 2 shards or 3?
Two.
Well, 2. Well, we have 2 shards. We're in the process of getting the 3rd, and it's a big one. I'll message you when it's done. It's it might be a couple of weeks, it might be a couple of days. We're not sure. But
Afterwards, we might want to start thinking about what you're going to do to keep those shards hidden.
Well,
Because
right
if
now-
you have 3 shards all in one location, all it would take is
right. Well, right now we have a big dragon born holding on to him, one of which is permanently affixed to, but at least I'm assuming. Yeah, that's a whole thing. But anyway, he died, the shard and list, and it was
a journey. I
Yeah,
can't
you
wait
could
to
say
sit
that.
and have. I can't wait to sit down and have a brew with you and have
Yeah.
you tell me all of this.
yeah, it's, maybe we get a little bit of his perspective on that, because mine was a little gruesome. But I don't want to cut things short, but I am the one on watch, so
Oh, of course you are.
yeah.
Always shirking your watch.
Yeah. So, but it's good seeing you, Walla. Hopefully,
Yes, and please message me when you are in the clear and safe, and we'll discuss more. And thank you for helping Svetla.
well, hopefully, we'll be talking to you soon, and hopefully you and Ven are getting along well. So, how's that stuff going on, huh? Yeah. You're blushing. I see it. All right.
Spell.
We're doing well.
The area around you kind of begins to blur and fade.
All right, our time is up. I'll speak with you later.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.
Pop back into your own body.
I'm gonna look around, make sure like time didn't crazily change or some shit. I'm like, I'm doing so good on not sleeping on my watch.
The
Here I
ship
go.
around you is in flames. You seem to have crashed into the ground.
Oh, fuck.
No, you've gotten notably closer to the temple. And yeah, it's about this time that you see beam of light launches into the sky from over here.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go wake everybody up. I'm gonna go kick O'Relton first. Hey,
Yeah.
the sigil just lit up.
Great.
And I'm gonna go wake up everybody else.
Goats,
Time to
screaming,
go.
screaming.
Oh, I've had enough goat people in my time. Let's not worry about that for now. Hey, sigil's lit up. It's time to go.
All right, so are we waiting or are we fighting?
Well,
Yeah, what's the word?
I guess that's something we need to decide. I feel like, as much as I hate to say, I think we need to go straight into it. We don't have time to sit here and follow in their tracks and continue to turn it off. We need to get this done, especially you and I, Elton.
So just like we don't know where they're going next.
We don't, but the sigil just lit up and we're not far.
Oh, no, you're sorry. The northwest sigil is what lit up. You are down here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're the
Yeah.
Fuck.
I
they-
didn't have it pulled
ruins.
open, so
yeah, that's
You're up
we
here,
got up there
we're
that
down here.
they were already halfway there when you guys finished at the base, huh?
Fuck.
Well,
And you
looks
said,
like we
sorry,
picked
was
wrong.
it the yeah? Was it the northwest side? Okay, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. I got it pulled up now. So
Oh, so bad.
that. Well,
You can make out atop the temple. Let me see. There are 3 large winged statues, and what is obviously another sigil puzzle.
what do you guys think? We say screw it and move the process along.
I don't think we have an option. We got to move the process along.
Maybe we
What?
do this sigil, and then we just book it to the other side, back kind of where we started. The opposite corner, rather, the northeast corner, and
You know,
we meet them there.
Orelton got me thinking. What if we set a trap here with a boulder? We could just set it up and then put a really pretty rock there, and then when somebody goes to grab the really pretty rock, it just kind of
Wish.
I'm not above the idea of a trap. But if we're going to further the process, we've got to go back to the mesas and then up to the gorge or the crevasse or whatever you want to call it up there.
And we've got the 5th one on deck.
My worry is they don't know about the 5th one.
Let's keep
And-
it that way.
My other worry is where they didn't turn back. They were either in a place where they couldn't turn back, or they decided that they were just going to do it with 3.
Well,
Yeah, I can't pretend to read their mind, but
at this point, I mean, you've said we need to move this thing along, so let's
Yeah.
get this one
So
done,
let's-
and
Yeah.
maybe they take the risk of going in not all the way with all 4, and we catch them when they're weak.
can we turn them back off after they engage? Use the beast as almost a weapon. They think they're going in 4 sigils strong, and then they go in with 1 less sigil than they thought.
Well, I mean, that depends. Yes, we could, but that would we would have to split up. B, we have to know how to restart or disengage the sigil, I should say, as well as, well, let's put it this way. I mean, you grew older, then much younger, then went back to normal. And I think that was just purely luck. I mean, we can't really count on that to deactivate a sigil.
Here, I'm sick of thinking about it, so why don't we just turn on the sigils and then bum rush them while they're fighting a Trask?
It's us and a Tarask versus them. We got pretty good odds there.
Well, no, it's not us and a Tarask. It's us versus a Tarask versus them versus
them.
the Tarask.
Well, yeah, but we just have to stay out of the
So-
Tarask's way.
Yeah. Well, we're not planning on killing it because it'll go elsewhere. We're planning on removing the shard, which is what their plan is going to be. So it's going to be a race to remove the shard.
Well, let's get
Or
this
race
one
As
done.
long as we accept that
To
risk.
kill them.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we accept that risk that they potentially get away with the shard.
I mean, I'm pretty sneaky. I could probably sneak in and get the shard.
If you can sneak... the shard is in this thing, right? In the place of its heart. If you can
As
sneak into the
As far as we
chest
know.
of this beast, as far as I'm concerned, you can keep it.
Yeah.
Well, it starts with step 1. Let's handle step 1.
Yeah, let's start the sigil. And I'm going to have the ship go a bit
power.
faster. What's up?
Something I forgot to tell you yesterday. List
Yeah.
mentioned something about somebody that worshipped Ithis being here, and that's why it was such a task for her to keep you from being eaten. I don't know if she meant here, and I looked down at the jungle, or just here. But
Right.
keep it in mind.
All right. I mean, we. All right. Cool. All right. I'm going to have the ship head towards the top of the temple.
Okay.
So does it appear, just to be sure, you said there's 3 angels. Okay,
Well,
there
yeah.
you go. That makes
3
sense.
large winged statues. The entirety of this map is the stone top of this temple.
God
You note, yeah, it's massive. A recessed stone ring behind each of these. At the top of the wings, there is each a golden bowl, kind of tilted slightly, but nothing pours from it towards the ring. Steps to the top of each altar at the foot of each statue, with the large, what you know to be a sigil, in the very middle. The sigil is around a fountain that is dry. There's no water in anything. and go ahead and you guys can alight on the eastern side. Excuse me. If you'd like to put your tokens out, I can add your tokens. Boom, boom, boom,
Oh.
boom. Stepping off the ship.
And so you said the bulls on the top of the wings are pointed towards the back of the statues?
Yeah, they kind
Or
of
they're
tip
leaning so
towards they tip towards that ring.
Okay. So away
And
from
then-
the head.
Does
And
it
just to
look like there's
clarify that-
anything in the bowls?
They are empty.
And the ring on the outside is kind of like a canal of sorts.
Yeah,
What's
just a
this?
dry canal.
Right. Well, we're obviously going to have to do something to start these.
How deep
I'm
is
gonna
the
look
canal when I
around-
walk up to it.
Sorry, what was that?
How
Earl?
deep is the canal when I walk
it's
up to it?
It's about 5 feet deep.
Okay.
It's pretty shallow.
I want to look around for any sort of like plaque or potentially something to give like some sort of direction. And if not, I mean,
Yeah, this nearest the base of the statue, this altar and steps leading up, is all muralized with like trees and plants and vines kind of growing and crawling up along the sides of this. The statue, actually very fey and reminiscent, reminiscent of the father of the forest. Let's close this one.
hey, Aldi,
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're probably going to have to take care of this one.
Around the one that you approach is a statue of a beautiful woman. Along the base, there are animals and like crashing waves in different spots from water. Depicted there's depictions of the sun all around in different spots, depicting just a different scene. And Wizard, yours, the reliefs are all of well, it is, the statue is of kind of a wizened older man. He leans on a cane. Yours is a combination of trees and animals, kind of a combination of the two others. But where one is kind of a boundless life and movement and brightness, this one, leaves are falling from the trees. The animals are like laying and resting.
Okay.
So,
You who approach me, how fare you at the end of things?
Pretty good, I think.
Good. The fall is not something that all welcome. It means many things. To my court, it was the beginning of the next turning of the cycle. But when the fall court fell, I too went to disrepair. Have you something that can cheer me?
gonna open my bag
Okay.
and reach inside. And I'm going to, I don't have my cards. I'm gonna pull out one of the like packets of the like juice boxes of blood
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull that one out, and then I'm gonna pull out these like weird seeds, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know, what do you want? Some juice or do you want some seeds?
An offer of seed in the time of harvest. Well, novel seems ill chosen. And there is just kind of a wash of cold energy from the statue.
Well, fine. Be like that.
Choose better. And you hear a scraping on the inside of the statue. You who approaches my shrine. The spring is of bountiful youth and exuberance. How do we get the party started?
As I walk up, I just want to kind of get a better idea of what this thing looks like. Sorry, I was trying to get things set up on stream, so I missed it.
Oh, no, you're good. This one, it's a large statue, very reminiscent of the father. Like a very, these are all very kind of fae-like creatures, just different depictions. The clothing he's depicted looks very much like going out clothes. His hand bears a goblet. And I'll give it to you now because that was just the big reveal, is you do hear, with a passive perception of 20, something shifting and moving inside the statue itself.
Okay.
I just need to keep a tally. So just go ahead and just ignore that. Let's make that red so I can actually see it. Just ignore that like line. I'm not counting anything in specific.
Okay, we'll deal with that later. So it said, how do we get this party started? And it seemed like very springy. And okay, I'm gonna pull some stuff up. I'm just going to say, like the spring, we need water and seed and sunlight.
I suppose if you're going to take poetry out of it, everyone loves a good poet. What do you offer?
God damn it. I'm going to offer 4 healing mushrooms.
4 healing mushrooms. There's a small circle in the front that kind of pulls back stone on stone, and the hand that reaches out is wrapped in cloth bandages tightly, fully covering all of its exposed skin, and it kind of holds out palm up in front of you.
And I'll drop them into the hand, not touching it.
Okay.
And in case you need it, they are 1d4 plus 4 if you need that information.
1d4 plus 4. Okay. As you drop the mushrooms, it is going to try to grab your hand. Does a 14? Sorry, that is a 12. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
No. Okay. It catches the mushrooms and kind of like tries to grab your hand with it, but it pulls back. Accepted. and the stone kind of slides back into place. And you hear kind of the faint trickle of running water. And kind of looking behind, the bowl has filled and begun to flow into the canal.
Okay. And I'm just going to call out everybody. There's something inside these. Be careful.
Oh, such a strong man to approach my shrine. In this boundless heat, I find myself quite parched. What does a strapping man like you have to keep the sun from beating upon my brow? Offer respite in this heat.
Getting to be an old trick at this point, but I swipe my hand through the air, and a rain cloud appears over the statue and just starts raining over top of it.
Oh, it would be pleasant, but nobody appreciates rain in the summer. I was hoping for something a little more sophisticated. What else do you have?
She said she wanted something to remove the heat in the summer.
Huh?
Okay.
She doesn't want you to rain on her
So-
party.
Sure.
Wizard is now going to pull out a goblet
Okay.
of never-ending soup. What about soup?
That's something you eat in the fall.
The stone opens and is going to try to grab you and the goblet.
Okay. I was just gonna try and dump the soup out of the goblet into the little thing, but yeah. Okay.
Does a 28 hit you?
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay.
Don't you? Oh, never mind.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Con save. That's a 6.
6. Okay. That's it grabs onto your hand and the cup, and it pulls the cup away, and you realize like you have 3 marks that are left against your wrist from where the fingers brushed against you. The skin has already become kind of dry and flaky.
Ugh. That wasn't nice.
Accept it. And you feel, or you hear as water begins to run and pour off the back, starting to fill up the canal behind it even further.
Hey, Bauer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow your arcane prowess up here.
What? What's up?
So with it still raining over the statue, you provide a little cold to some of this.
I mean, I can, yeah. So seeing the rain, this is not gonna go well. Because I wouldn't have heard what was said to Orelton, would I?
If you were towards the center,
I
so
was.
you could have, but if you were towards one of the other statues,
Then. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and use a sorceress burst for some. Oh fuck. Cold damage. But I'm going to shoot it into the cloud and have it explode in the like little rain cloud. And maybe turn it into snow.
Hey. Snow.
you would bring on winter's chill ahead of fall, to freeze out the warmth and life of summer. You would drown us, freeze us, destroy us as we have already been done to. No. I know what I will take. And the front of the statue falls open.
Shit.
And the mummy lord of the summer court steps from the statue, crawling from the corners of the plinth to wrapped lithe figures pull themselves from the stone and sand where they had been kind of entrenched, seeming to be statues almost themselves. And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative. Do we have time for initiative? Do we have time for quick combat?
I'm game.
Sure, I'm good.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm fine with it.
We have managed the other ones successfully, so I get to play with the new combat tracker.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and did it auto roll initiative? You guys all rolled initiatives on your character sheets already, didn't you?
I did
I
not,
did not.
but I
I
can tell you
rolled.
about those.
Okay.
I'm a
yeah.
9, and I gotta move
Okay.
for a minute.
9 for wizard. Alder, what were you?
I'm a 10.
10. Kai
14.
and Orelton.
15. And we had a long rest overnight, right?
Yes, you did.
Oh, hey, good call.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. And it titles them all? This is great. Orelton, you start us off.
Sweet. Ask for something to take away the heat and then get upset when we rain snow down on you, and I will rage, and the first thing I'll do is just try and kick out a knee of this mummy.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
God damn it. 14.
14. Misses.
Okay. The bone a little more sturdy than I thought it was going to be. I will just step back and drive one of my toothy punchers into his bony chest.
Okay. Second
Good
attack.
heavens. 15.
15 misses.
Good heavens.
Got anything else?
Yes, a rage-induced scream of frustration, and that's it.
Okay. Kai.
So we got here like first thing in the morning. Is there any like shadows by chance? Cast out?
Yeah, we'll say rises in the east, this side. Yeah, so shadows are going to be going from each of these, because each of these like altars are about 10 feet tall.
Okay.
So they're going to cast shadows out, pretty long shadows.
Okay. So shadows are like casting on this side, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's gonna see how close he is to both of these and not like that. And is going to look around. I've got to read this and make sure I am within range first, because that's a thing. 120 feet. So yeah, I should be fine.
Okay.
Ooh. But what is not fine? This sigil's just flat on the ground, yeah?
Yeah, it's around
Okay.
the fountain, and the fountain stands is also about like 8 or 9 feet tall at the highest point.
Okay. So if I move back about... Oop, that's the wrong thing. If I move back about, 10, 15 feet there, would I be in shadow?
Yeah.
So he's going to step back. And what you're going to see is as he steps into the shadow's almost going to creep up and grab him. And he is going to disappear and then reappear in these shadows over here.
Okay.
And that is a bonus action. And my action at that point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do just a sorceress burst on Mummy A. And it is 20 to hit, dirty.
That hits.
Okay. And whoops. Okay. Well, I guess that damage, but in fire form,
9
and no
fire
eights.
damage. Okay. In that, the wrappings seem to catch as this is. I'm not gonna like futz around with it. Vulnerable to fire
Perfect.
as it kind of catches and kind of tries to pat itself out very quickly. Yeah, notable effect. Anything else from you?
Action, bonus action, movement. Nope, I'm dead.
Okay, Alder.
I'm gonna look over and see that shit just went down and go shit, and I'm gonna run about 10 feet down the pillar that I was on, and I'm gonna cast produce flame.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, not that. Wait, yes, I can throw this. Okay, so I'll be within 30 feet, I believe. Get a ruler. Got to get closer. So I was like at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Should be 30 feet.
Yeah, that puts you within 30 feet of Mummy B.
Cool. And I will cast Produce Flame. And let's do it here. Natural 1 for an 11.
11 misses.
Yeah.
Going around, man.
Well, I mean, actually, beats it, but a natural one.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Missing.
critical fail.
Oh, wrong sheet.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna like on attacks. Fuck that. If you natural one and still manage to hit, I think it just proves that you're a degree better than what it is you're attacking. You fucking hit it. It's a mummy. You're throwing fire. You trip while doing it, but
All right. Well, that is 11 points of fire damage then.
okay, that gets doubled to 22. 22 points of damage and a natural one. First one in Dungeons and Dragons history.
Hey yo.
You guys.
And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. That was a preemptive apology for what's about to happen. The Mummy Lord is going to come up, do a full round attacks against Orelton.
He's pissed. He's fine.
Except it's 100% necrotic damage.
Probably.
What do I want to do? Okay. So actually, first it's just going to death stare you.
Oh shit.
Not death. It's not actually death stare. It's dreadful glare. So I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, saving throws. A natural 20 rolled to a 9. 9 total.
Because you failed by more than 5, you are paralyzed.
Is it a charm
Oh.
effect?
Let's see. It would be frightened. It just nope. You were just paralyzed.
Okay.
And it is going to make.
Oh,
Oh.
Sorry, keep going. I forgot my thing, and that doesn't matter now.
No. What's your thing? If you have
Alder
a
rolled
thing.
in that one.
That's still hit anyway.
Oh yeah, it's still hit. So I think we're okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
I thought I was about to help.
That's where you're doing.
Oh, this is bad.
25 to hit.
Okay.
Okay, and that is an automatic crit.
Oh, fuck.
Forget who you're talking to.
For 14, 16 points of bludgeoning damage, divided
Four
by
after the
2,
half.
because you're halved. So before halved.
Yeah.
And that was doubled?
Yes, that was
Okay,
doubled.
just making sure.
And then halved again.
Right.
11, 17, 18, 26. 30, 35, 41, 45 points of necrotic damage. And I needed
That-
Constitution saving. And that is doubled already.
That is the double, okay?
And I need a
Con
Constitution
saving
saving throw.
I better do okay at this. 17.
That succeeds. You do not get mummy
Woo!
rot.
Yay! I don't know what that is, but I'm glad I don't have to.
You can ask Zara in a little bit.
Oh no.
Speaking of wizard, it's your turn.
Great. How does my arm feel?
Fine.
Okay.
I'll just let you know. Well, actually, let me know if you try to heal.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Well, let's see. I guess I am just gonna run up to like here. Oh damn it! I must now get my person and move them there. Okay, there we go.
Good heavens.
So I'm going to use my my action to run.
Okay.
And then that's what I'm doing.
Oh. Just so you guys know, the ruler function is off a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Like,
Sorry, so wizard, you ran forward, and what are you doing?
that's all I can do. I don't have anything else I can do until my next turn.
Okay. What was that? Dash,
Diagonally. Why? Is why.
bonus action dash.
It wouldn't that have just been my action as to dash?
You can bonus action dash as rogue.
Oh, okay. Then I used my bonus action to dash. And then I'm still not quite close enough. So, doesn't matter. Yeah,
Close
good
enough.
enough.
I mean, you're right next to
Okay.
Mummy A.
You're standing
Okay.
within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, I thought I was another square away, but okay. Then I am going to try and stab him with my core cut dagger.
Okay.
And this is going to be interesting because it has, I think it's necrotic damage
Okay.
that's extra. So let me know if that matters.
It is immune to necrotic damage.
Okay. Well, boo hoo. That's what the little like scythe guy means, right? Is necrotic?
If you hover
Yes.
over it, it tells you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me when I hover, but that's fine. Okay.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And it is not. I am attacking, so that's 15 plus 9 to hit. So
Absolutely hits. Yeah.
cool. And then since it doesn't do any of the necrotic, that's only going to be 7 damage.
Okay. Still a good chunk into the side of this thing before it's even had a chance to move. Mummy Lord is going to use a legendary action.
Hit over Elton again.
Let's see. It is actually going to attempt another use of Dreadful Glare, except on Alder. Yep. So Alder, I need a Constitution saving throw, or Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving?
Wisdom saving throw.
16.
16 meets it, beats it.
Cool.
We get to from Wizard to Mummy A. Oops. Who is same thing, is going to Dreadful Glare against Wizard. I need a Wisdom saving throw.
$18?
18 succeeds, so you do not become frightened, and it is going to make a rotting fist attack against you. 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
10 misses. Go to Bummy B, who is going to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right up to Alder. Oh, it does not have that much speed, so it's going to use its action to dash to get up to Alder. These things only move 20 feet, apparently. My bad. And Orelton, you are no longer paralyzed at the start of your turn.
Sweet. Then as I shrug off the paralyze, instead of trying to damage this thing, which didn't work last time, I'm going to see if I can't just, like, grab a hold of a rib or something like that and throw him down the stairs behind me.
Okay, go ahead and we'll make this an opposed strength check. 18. Or athletics. It doesn't have an athletics score, so holy shit, yeah. That's
That wasn't my athletics, that was just a strength roll, so...
Yeah, give me an athletics check, because you win that. So we're gonna determine for every 5 feet on your athletics check, you can throw it 5 feet. Okay, so we'll round that up. So 15 feet right down to the stairs. We're gonna do 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage.
And would we consider that one attack, or is that my action to throw?
That would be one attack.
Okay. Then I would like to follow him down the stairs, but I will leap off the top of it and give him, like, the people's knee as I come down and land on top of him.
I thought you were going to give him the people's elbow for sure.
Go
On that one.
ahead.
That's next time. It's the people's knee this time. So an attack roll, if I can find them. This is just knee attack, so not my punchers. For a 25 to hit.
That hits. We can skip if it is not with your punchers. If it is non-magical, it's immune.
Okay. And I don't think just my fists have any reason to be magical.
I don't think so.
So-
Yeah, that's your toothy punchers do.
Right.
We made those.
And there's the Divine Fury, which does necrotic, but immune to that as well, so...
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that.
Okay. We're gonna see just a real quick legendary action from Mummy Lord, who's going to channel negative energy. Everyone within 60 feet of the Mummy Lord, which is everybody, cannot regain health until the Mummy Lord's next turn.
Oof, okay.
Sorry, that doesn't affect you. You already can't regain your hit points because you have Mummy Rot. Kai, your turn.
Did the music stop for anybody else?
Yeah, it's not.
it was
It's
just
just moving to the
changing
next song.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, let's do that. 30. And from here, he is going to, this is either going to help or hinder. Quicken a spell. And he is going to quicken... No, he's going to cast Shatter first.
Okay.
And
Where are you?
Shatter, it's a teleportation spell, which sounds like you are very familiar.
Oh, scatter.
Scatter, not Shatter. Scatter. Sorry,
Scatter.
Scatter. I was just on a
I'm like,
completely
oh,
different spell
fuck.
there.
Wizard or Elton having a
Scatter.
bad time.
Scatter. I'm gonna go ahead and do all 4 of them.
Okay. What is this? What saving throw is this?
Wisdom
Wisdom. DC.
18.
I rolled 2 natural 20s and 2 natural 1s. There's only 3 of them. So
I was talking
well-
about Wizard, O'Relton, Mummy A, and Mummy Lord.
Oh, okay. Well, Mummy Lord absolutely fucking failed. He was the last one I rolled. So you can move the Mummy Lord
Mummy A
wherever you
did
want.
great.
That was the natural 20. Mummy A
Okay.
is going to stay right in his happy little spot.
And then you
Okay.
need wisdom saving throws from us.
Unless you guys
can
just accept it.
you go ahead and put that Mummy Lord right next to Alder.
Love it.
I don't know what's happening, and I'm raging, so I'm not accepting anything.
Okay.
But it looks like I'm going, so 8.
It doesn't matter if you accept it or not. It's happening.
Nope.
Put you right over here. Czar. You're muted.
You're muted. Jinx.
Go ahead.
And you're going to go over here.
Closer to him, Mummy.
I already
Mummy?
chose. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I don't want to meta this. And then I'm going to quicken a spell. When we had
Okay.
talked about this earlier, you were okay with me casting
yeah.
2 leveled spells.
Yeah, that's again, I'm trying to eliminate some of the slog rules, like a natural one automatically fails. Fuck it. If your modifiers boost you up, great.
Okay.
Unless it's on attacks at least. I want to speed up combat.
So
If you natural one on a
5,
skill
10,
check, I'm still
15,
got you.
20.
Well, also, if you natural one with me, you can re-roll it. So
Yeah.
Okay. I can actually catch them all somehow with a fireball.
Okay. Okay.
Ow.
I'm throwing it right in the middle of them,
When you say all,
not us.
oh, okay.
It was a 20-foot radius. Yeah.
20-foot radius.
Shouldn't I be able to catch them all?
No.
Oh, okay. I was counting the other way.
Oh.
I was just counting by squares from center. So,
let them up.
but if that's how they end up. Well, because remember, like I said, this was off, but is it off?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. How are you? What?
Never mind.
These guys are 40 feet
am-
apart.
Yeah. Nope. I'm done. I was counting from the center out 20. That's not how that works.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
So yeah,
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
just
can't
catch
catch all 5 of
diameter.
these people in a fireball.
Yeah, nope. Nope. Just Mummy Lord and Mummy B in a
Okay.
fireball.
Okay.
And
I was like, this is a weird ass slow play you've been playing. It's all coming to fruition here.
Guy's the big bad. All right.
actions.
Dexterity saving throws, right?
Yes, and go ahead and roll those. They're 18. I just need to.
Yeah, that
read
is
this.
14 from the Mummy Lord and a 0 from the Mummy.
Okay. Cool. And then we were going to do it at, I said 4th level. So let's go ahead and cast that and roll my 9d6.
41.
41 points
81
of fire
points of damage to, or 82 points of damage to either of these guys, both of these guys.
Oh, bam.
Okay. Mummy B is just annihilated.
Cool.
The mummified Lord of Summer still standing, not happy, as that detonates in their face and is immediately going to use a legendary action to blinding dust. They, well, actually no, that's not gonna work at all. And nope, they are going to, they spiral of dust and sand expels from them. They disappear.
Oh.
Only
that's
to
great. Oh, fuck.
recoalesce right behind Kai.
Ah, shit. Right.
Oh,
I just moved
You will
everyone way the
regret
fuck away.
that. What was that?
What did the mummy say?
And I just
No,
Oh.
you will regret that.
moved everybody real far away.
Yeah.
Alder, your turn.
So Alder is going to see the effects of fire, and I'm gonna, as a bonus action, cast my wild shape and turn into a fire elemental.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move my 50 feet right next to the mummy lord.
Okay.
Do that real quick. Boom. I think it's right there, technically. And then I'm gonna take 2 attacks, and it's not technically, I'm not in its space, so it doesn't have the other thing happening, but so I'll take my 2 attacks here. Natural 20,
Okay.
and the other one is a dirty 20.
Yeah, so let's roll the crit first. Roll crit damage.
Okay.
So this is going to be quadrupled. It'll be doubled and then doubled again.
That would be 12, 24, 48 points of damage.
48. And then any pluses to that?
Oh, sorry. It's
So
I
give me-
gotta do the dice first and then the pluses. So it's 9,
well, so
18.
so it's weird with this because you double the bonus for the fire. So crit, double the dice, add your bonuses, double that.
Okay, so it's 18 plus 3 would be 21, then doubled, so 42 points.
42 points of fire damage, and the mummy lord is immediately just also annihilated. You guys do a lot of fucking fire damage.
That's 2d6.
That's
That I
the
just
damage
rolled.
on 2d6?
Yeah, that's what that ended up with is 2d6.
Jesus.
I rolled a 4 and a 5 plus 3, double that.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
The only thing, and with the mummy lord's presence gone, the other mummy collapses to sand in front of you. A heart just lands.
I will stand where I'm at because that's the end of my turn.
Okay. We can leave initiative at the death of the mummy. The bowl begins filling with water and pouring in, and you watch the canal surrounding you fills with water. The fountain begins to fill with water and pour, and a beam of light fires into the sky as the sigil is activated.
I'm just gonna sit there roaring as fire until we know what the fuck we're doing.
And I think that is where we're going to end tonight's episode of Easy Dispel. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you had fun. Wizard has mummy rot. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.